At the beginning of the film, we see two men in the desert. After covering some distance, one of them starts digging the hole and puts a wooden box into it. One of the men questioned another man, "Why are we burying this box at this place?" That man replies, "Because it is a mystery box. It is not an ordinary box. There are some mysterious powers in that box. Whoever finds that box gets that power." When they return after burying it, the owner of that box says to his companion, "Now you know where we have buried it." So he kills him. After this, he also shoots himself. Afterward, some black and white photos are shown, where the same mysterious box is glimpsed. Then the scene moves to a boy named Bryce. He was a game maker and set up games on social media to become popular. At this time, he makes a setup of a game named Escape Room. After this, he calls his partner. He tells her that we have not been at the top list of any website in the last seasons. His friend replies to him, "Don't worry, everything will be all right, and we will do something good and special in this season." Then Bryce goes to the decoration shop, where he saw the same mysterious box, but the shop dealer says that it is not for sale. Bryce curiously says to him, "What is eventually in it?" That lady tells him that devil is imprisoned in it. Hearing it, Bryce hits upon a plan, that he will keep this mysterious box in his escape room. When the shopkeeper goes to deal with another customer, then Bryce picks up that box, places some money there, and leaves that shop. Afterwards, a couple appears on screen. Both boy and girl are the friends of Bryce. They were going to join the escape room of Bryce. Then one more couple is shown who are also the friends of Bryce. The girl's name was Jess. Then they all move to the place of Bryce, where Bryce greets everyone. The female friend of Bryce goes to the villain of the escape room. She instructs him to hide himself, so the game starts. After this, Bryce sets the rules of the game, that all would be locked into a room, and have to search out some clues there. Using them, you will escape after unlocking the door. All the players have 55 minutes to escape, and that room is filled with clues or puzzles. And you have to solve those puzzles, then you will be able to come outside. Your voice will not be heard outside no matter how loud you shout there. He also says that there are no cell phones, and there is also unavailability of the network. Now Bryce covers their face with a piece of cloth, and he stealthily slips from there, as they all enter the room. On the other side, Bryce was keeping an eye on them through the camera. They find a tape recorder in that escape room. There is a voice playing on it. He is saying that I would have died at that time when you will hear my recording. But I want to give you some instructions, as I have a son. He is not a human but a devil. And he also killed his mother and many other people. And I have chained him in the same room. And this is his room, where he used to kill others. You may not let him release, and you may leave this room as soon as possible. They take it as part of a game, because they are playing a game. They take it as fun. Now they begin to search for the clues and puzzles there. At the same time, they glimpse the son of that man whose recording was playing in the recorder and was chained there. Then they all begin to laugh at him, thinking it is a part of the game. Then one of those friends notices that mysterious box there, and he unlocks that box without any deliberation. But that box was empty. When Bryce's friend leaves that place, then a black entity appears from that mysterious box, which enters in the son of that man who was on the tap recorder. But no one notices it. Now that man's son will be called Box Man. But they saw a cupboard which was locked. There were some code numbers on that lock. They were in red, blue, and green. Then Bryce's female friend finds an eraser. It had the texter. Then that girl proceeds and notices a rope there. When she pulls that string, then the dead body of the man appears. At first, they were shocked, but they don't take it serious. They take it as fun. Then Bryce's friend gets two coins under a cup. He keeps it in his possession, thinking them a clue. On the other side, Bryce's office networking creates problems immediately. He does not understand. Why did it happen? Boxman who was chained. Now he had little move from his actual place, so they had to suspect a little bit. They think as the boxman's chain continues to loosen after 5 minutes, so he may pull himself forward gradually. Now Bryce's friend notices 5 red, 3 green, and 4 blue books on the bookshelf. He thinks that the lock of the cupboard will be opened by mixing these codes. It means 5, 3, and 4. It happens the same as they use these numbers. Pressing those numbers, one door of the cupboard is opened, from where they get a key, which was the key of the suitcase placed there. Now they have also successfully unlocked that suitcase with the help of that key. They get scissors from there. Now 37 minutes had left for them. Bryce's male friend goes to that boxman, taking the scissors, where he finds a cardboard box. He cuts that box with the scissors. He gets a handle of a drawer and he hands it over to his other male friend. But that boxman kills Bryce's friend, taking that scissors, and he stabs him with that scissors again and again. Consequently, Bryce's friend loses his breath there. Seeing it, all his friends became scared, so they begin to shout, hitting the door. But no one can hear their voice. Then Bryce is shown. He was standing on the balcony. Then his partner comes to him, asks him, "Why are you standing here?" Bryce says that he is worried because the signals of the camera have gone. His partner suggests to him to stop the game, but Bryce forbids to do this because he doesn't want to end that game. Because the public makes useless comments on their escape room, Bryce's friends are very scared there. They are very worried. They beat Boxman, but it does not get any harm. Bryce's friend tries to call the police, taking the cell phone from Jess' bag, but there is no signal there. Boxman was proceeding with the opening of the chain as time passed. Bryce's friend says that we will have to complete this game, otherwise, he will kill us. Then he casts a glance at a drawer. Its handle was missing. Now they fix that handle there, which they had found in the cardboard. Doing so, that drawer is opened. A small box appears from there, in which they have to put the 4 coins. After this, they will get a key. Now they had 2 coins, which they had found before. Now they will have to search for 2 more coins. Suddenly, they see 2 mysterious paintings on the wall. Then Bryce's female friend sensed that his friend was still alive, that had been killed with scissors by that boxman, so she begins to move to him. Now only 25 minutes had left back for them. After that, the boxman comes forward. He also kills Bryce's female friend while stabbing a scissor into her head. Seeing it, Jess and her friend became more worried, and they are also afraid, so they are also engaged in the game again. They notice many triangles on the painting. After observing it keenly, 2 of the triangles were buttons. So they press the sequence of buttons on the painting stuck aside. That painting opens due to this, and they get 2 coins from there. Now they put both coins into the box. And the 2 coins, which they had got before, those coins were in the possession of that boxman. They are afraid of seeing it. Bryce's friend notices a smoke detector there, which was fixed exactly above that boxman. So he asks Jess, "I have a lighter and I will go behind boxman. I will divert his attention. You may turn on the light till that time, taking it near the smoke detector." Then Jess' friend does the same. He catches the chain of boxman, going behind him, and Jess turns on the lighter, taking it near the smoke detector, but nothing happens as such. Then they both come at a distance from the boxman, rescuing themselves. Time was continuously passing and only 19 minutes were left to them. On the other side, Bryce's friend says to him that if bad thing happens in that room, he will be entrapped badly. So, you will have to stop this game. But Bryce was not being agreed for this. Now he begins to watch the video of the time before the loss of signals, to find the reasons for the signal loss. He comes to know that the signal had been lost at that time when that mysterious box had been opened. Later, the villain of that game is watching at the camera mysteriously. Moreover, he disconnected the wire of the camera, and it became the cause of that signal loss. Then Bryce understood that it happened after opening that mysterious box. Now the scene shifts. Jess' friend says that I will go to the boxman to take those coins, but Jess forbids him to do so. Her friend says to her on this, "Just look, I will surely get those coins." After this, Jess' friend goes to Boxman, where he notices a piece of glass there. Then Jess threw a suitcase at Boxman. Getting a chance, Jess' friend stabs that piece of glass into the eye of the Boxman. Boxman does not get any harm even after this dangerous attack. On the other side, he attacks Jess' friend with the same piece of glass. As a result, Jess' friend is badly injured. Afterward, he loses his consciousness. Later, the Boxman proceeds to Jess, and he hands her over both coins without harming her. Then Jess puts both coins into the same box, where she gets the key, and she opens the second door of the cupboard. Using that key, she got a hook from there. She revolves around a box there after putting that hook into it, from which a joker appears, holding a note. That note had the text UN. Here only 10 minutes had left. Then Bryce enters the escape room, unlocking its door, but the Boxman pushes him outside, and he again locks the door again. Bryce's keys fall inside. He immediately asks his partner to call the police. Boxman throws Bryce's keys into the corner of the escape room after taking them. Now only 5 minutes had left, and Boxman was coming near Jess. Now she again notices the note with the text UN. She tries to erase the text UN with an eraser of the texture which she has. They were drawn some arrows and they were also looking at a sequence of buttons. But Jess does not understand anything and she goes to harm the Boxman, lifting a piece of glass. But the same arrows are seen on the main door, as it had been marked on that note UN. Jess understands that the door will unlock with this. Boxman stops Jess as she begins to go from there. He begins to hallucinate her, in which Jess' 3 friends are asking her for help, but Jess is not entrapped by him. Now only 16 seconds have left. Jess stabs that Boxman with a piece of the glass. She presses the arrows on the main door according to the sequence of those arrows, so that the door is unlocked, and Jess comes outside before the time. The Boxman begins to clap for Jess. He perhaps was so, because she is the only survivor of this game. After this, Jess escapes from there. Meantime, police also arrive there. They move to the escape room where Boxman was going to attack the police, but the police fired a gun at him. In this way, the game of Boxman is over here. That black entity leaves his body as he dies. Later, Jess was standing near an ambulance because her friend was being taken to the hospital. He was badly wounded, and Bryce was also standing there. He was smirking, looking at Jess. It looked as black entity had penetrated in him. Then Bryce goes far from there, behaving mysteriously. Afterward, Bryce's partner takes that box to the same shop in order to return it. She tells the shopkeeper that Bryce disappeared one day all of a sudden. Then the shopkeeper said, "I had tried to explain to him that it was a threatening and mysterious box, but he did not believe me, and he took it with him, thinking it was a toy." Then the shop owner asks Bryce's companion, "Have you witnessed this box while opening time?" Bryce's friend says on it, "Yeah, I saw." Then that shopkeeper said, "Oh, now that devil will return for you." Hearing it, Bryce's friend is very frightened, and the movie completes with her worried condition.